Hello everybody and welcome on another video of Wisdom Within, life coaching, personal development and everything related to NLP, neuro-linguistic programming and evolution in life. Today I want to do this video because there is a story regarding gratitude that has to be shared. There is so much information regarding gratitude. Oh, try gratitude, see that life will be changed, whatever, but I knew this theory before about gratitude, but actually without having a real day where actually I could feel how important is this topic and how life-changing it is. Without the story, I wouldn't have advised other people to believe in gratitude and stuff like that. So how did it start? It started because it was a very stressful period at work, and I had a colleague adding more stress because he was insulting me while you're performing at your best, you're always working sales, answering emails, talking with a lot of clients, and this guy was even insulting heavily, for no reason. He was just nervous about his life and he was insulting. And in the evening I had to see some of my clients, so doing 2 activities, a lot of stress. So there was a friend of mine that is a spiritual coach. This guy is called Lou Martin. Check it out if you're curious about spiritual coaching. And I went to him out of desperation, out of need, out of desire to say, hey, you know what, I'm helping people, I'm working my ass off, and these things are happening, making my life so miserable and stressed. So is there anything you can do with spiritual coaching to help me? And this guy, being a wise man, has always the answer for everybody and everyone looking for higher wisdom. I went to him very open, very motivated to get sorted. It didn't matter how. He could have told me like, hey, start to do something crazy with your hands and do that ritual at night. I would have done it. I was just needing a solution. I went there and he told me, hey, you know what, you're disconnected. I say, hey man, okay, thank you for the compliment. If I was connected and happy, I wouldn't be here giving you, my hard-earned cash. So he started to say, do you believe in gratitude? I said, no, I don't know what it is. I mean, I've heard it a million times, but gratitude, yeah, whatever. So he said, you need to be good at that, otherwise, your life cannot change. Say, why? Why is it so important? I'm asking you like real problems in my reality, and you're talking about gratitude. I mean, how does it fit in reality? And this guy was saying, hey, you're a vibrational being, and everything that happens to you is either in resonance or is just out of resonance with who you are as the vibration that you embody, the vibration that you produce in your body, in your thoughts. So gratitude is really like a hack that will allow you to change your vibration quickly, and your reality outside has to change. I say, man, I felt like inside me, that's another wasted 70 euro. And at that time, 70 euro in Ireland was, it was not a lot of money, but, I felt okay. Thank you for the advice. I knew that before, and I was kind of like extremely skeptical about how being more grateful could change anything at work specifically. Anyway, since I'd invested money and since I needed a solution, I gave the benefit of the doubt. This guy told me to be able to get grateful quickly. So he gave me the advice of practicing gratefulness as much as I could during the day, during toilet breaks, during lunch breaks, during my journey to work, and started to get the muscle of gratitude working again. And at that time, once you're very stressed, it feels like there is nothing to get grateful about. I mean, grateful to have a job, that was the cause of the stress. How can you be grateful about having a job? Or grateful to get up in the morning and go to work. It's like, I cannot be grateful about those things. So it was even hard to find the first things to be grateful for. And then he said, oh, start easy. Like, you have your body, you have your eyes, you have your mouth, you have your ability to communicate. Say, okay, that's a given. I always said, why I have to be grateful now? Say, you have to get the muscle running. You have to get this ability again available for you. Say, okay, let me try. And I tried for a few days, being grateful about my car starting the first attempt, being grateful about my alarm clock waking me on time, trying to, get in. Actually, I was not really believing in this. I was practicing just to get something going. But then I said, actually, there are things that, they make me more grateful. The fact that actually I'm healthy, I can walk. There are people that are, they cannot do that. They cannot do the exercise. There are things that my brain is still functioning regardless of the stress. So I started to focus on things that actually would give me a real sense of pleasure, a real sense of gratitude. And then I contact this guy again for the second session, because I say, hey, this is just the beginning, don't expect a miracle, you're just a beginner. And he told me, now, second step, try to be grateful for the things that they cause you pain. Say amen. That was already a difficult week. And now you're asking me to be grateful for a guy that is insulting me? That's crazy, you're asking me too much. Say, man, you're here to, you're investing money and time. You want to change your life? Give it a try. You gave it a try last week, give it a try. So I tried to see that this guy probably was, in other situations was a good guy. We had a great time, we had great lunches together. He's a guy that is funny, he's a guy that is very resourceful. So I started to see hey, that his company somehow was pleasant, and there were good things about this guy. Then I extended my gratitude to my manager at work. Actually, I say, this manager actually knows about the dynamic of me being insulted by this guy, and is actually acting very protective. So I'm grateful that I have a manager like that. Then I started to be more grateful about my work, because I compared my work with some other works that are really heavy, working maybe in the cold, maybe working in very harsh conditions. And I started to notice that actually there is always two sides to a coin, and there is always the chance to see the glass half full or half empty. So it's kind of it's more of a mental skill rather than anything that it's real or not in reality. So being more on that side for a couple of weeks and being able to appreciate the small things about any situation of work, and practicing really being quick, going to the toilet and try to feel my hand, 5 things to be grateful for. It was a great exercise, and the first 3 things, let's say, they were kind of easy, and then the last 2 they were kind of more challenging. But once you have momentum and you start to feel gratefulness anyway, it's much easier to feel gratefulness for things that you hate and you don't like. So, long story short, after probably 3 weeks of practicing this way, I started to see the first results. This guy coming out of the blue, this guy coming really in a gentle way to apologize for what he had done. Seeing the manager really, really helpful and worried about the situation, coming to see if the guy actually apologized and the situation was solved, and that really gave me such a lift. Then things like that kept rolling for weeks and weeks, because I was practicing, I was producing that energy. And actually the management of the company changed at the top of the organization. That was a big organization, a multinational company, and they hired a new series of managers that were kind, more centered for the human rights, for making sure that the employees, they had better rights as well. And actually, in a short period of time, my work was pleasant. And actually, I was really looking forward to go to work, because the environment changed so quickly and so rapidly. And since I learned that skill on my skin, and see that the results are really happening, I couldn't wait to share this thing with other people. And actually, they gave it a try. The people that gave it a try for a few weeks, seriously, they really reaped the results. So my message is that try slowly to get your appetite for gratitude. Again, get in the mindset of noticing things that are going well in your life now, noticing the positive in things that are not so good in your life now. And I'll promise you that if you keep that habit, something might change, and something will change and might surprise you. And of course, the key is intensity. The more intense the feeling you have about gratitude, the faster will be the results. And let's remember the beginning of the story. That guy told me you are a vibrational being, and the reality that you live is a match with that vibration you hold in yourself the majority of the time. So that's really a quick hack to a better life, and I really would love you to tell me if you tried this method for a few weeks and see if there are any changes. I will be very happy to know that something great happened for you as well. Thanks for listening, and really feel free to share this video and comment below, and I'll wait you on another video that possibly inspires you for a better life. See you soon. Bye.